Hey, Hirt from Roller Warehouse here with another video review. Today we're going to be talking about Razor's newest skate. This is the Yuri 2 Pro SL. Yuri's been skating for Razors for quite some time now. This is his second Pro skate. Went with the standard SL style shell. For those of you that are unfamiliar with the SLs are Razor's top level skate. Some of the unique things about them is the actual plastic shell. The shell doesn't have a bottom to it, and the sole plate assembly acts as the bottom of the shell. So what that does is it reduces the distance between the bottom of your foot and what you're grinding, kind of making the skates more responsive, also making the skates just a lot lighter in general. So that's a load-in on the SL boot, a nice lightweight responsive skate. Definitely one of the top of the line Pro skates that we carry. First things first is the frames. These come set up with Ground Control's new Featherlight 3 frame. New things about the Featherlight 3 compared to the 2s, metal frame spacers. When you have metal frame spacers and you tighten up your axle, it transfers all the pressure to the inner raceways of the bearings as well as the bearing spacer inside of the wheel. Pretty much that just gives your wheel a better free spin. Some frames, including the older Featherlight 2s, had the built-in frame spacers. Those can kind of start to mushroom over after a lot of use, heat, and friction in there. And when your built-in metal frame spacers start to mushroom over, they can prevent your bearing and wheel from spinning as good as it could. So that's a big thing while metal frame spacers are a must. Other things about the Featherlight 2 frame is they use a new compound, make them a little bit more durable as well as slide better. Still have the recessed frame walls on the side to reduce your surface friction while grinding. When you reduce that friction, kind of just gives you a better slide because less of your frame is going to be touching the ledge or rail. Still has the beveled sides of the frame for cess slides, 42mm Ground Control anti-rockers with metal bushings. Since they have the metal frame spacers in the center as well, going to make these anti-rockers a lot more silent than they used to be. Still has the sickle axle, sickle on one side, 4mm Allen on the other, so you just need one Allen wrench if you need to change out your anti-rocker or wheel. For the wheels, this is just a generic 5790 black urethane Razor wheel. Pretty decent to get you rolling right out of the box. Down the road, if you're still going to be skating these anti-rocker, I'd go for anywhere from 58 up to 59mm. Something else new about these skates is the sole frames now have wheel wells built into them. So if you're using this skate with the Ground Control Featherlight 3 frame, you can go all the way up to 66mm on the outside. Some people prefer to roll those kind of big wheel setups, so that's just kind of a nice feature they added to this skate. For the liner, this does carry the new tongue design from Razors. A little bit more curved, kind of more ergonomical to you know, wrap around the front of your foot a little bit better. Not just something that's, you know, kind of just like a piece of material folded in half. Kind of has some nice, you know, structure to it that's going to wrap around good on your front. Liner still has a carrying strap in the back. Keep in mind this is a carrying strap, not a yank your skates onto your foot strap. Also has the neoprene heel and the neoprene toe. What that does is when you're wearing the liner, that can kind of stretch around the sides of your toes. So it's going to reduce pressure on your toes and your heel, just kind of giving you a better fit with the liner. Does have the Velcro strap in the front to reduce the tongue twisting. Has a nice plastic gripping material across the bottom of the liner, so it'll grip the plastic shell while you're skating them. Pretty basic footbed that comes in almost all Razor skates. Definitely better than what comes in most. A little bit of a medium thickness, nice arch support on the bottom. Heel pad, beefiest heel pad in aggressive blading. Doesn't really get much better than this. Nice beefy heel pad, pretty similar to the old Solomon shock absorbers if you remember those. This little piece of plastic sits on top of the heel pad inside of the plastic shell. What this does is it protects the bottom of your liner from the receivers on the sole plate assembly. Also, it's going to help you get your liner in and out of the skate since it's a little bit more slidey as opposed to the bottom plastic shell with those receivers for the sole plate hardware, which sometimes can be a pain to get in. Other things about this skate, does have a Kevlar and a leather coating over the standard SL style shell. Has some nice flat laces, as well as a nice SL cuff in a matching brown color. SL cuffs compared to the Razor Genesis and Colt cuffs, I think the SL cuffs are just a little bit more supportive. Also on the inside they have a little pocket where you can push your buckle receptor in, so it kind of hides it so you don't hit it when you're skating. It's kind of a big plus. As well as the matching brown backslide. Sizing for these skates, they do fit very true to size lengthwise, very moderate width. We do have a bunch of different colored parts available for this skate, different frames, sole plates, cuffs, all that kind of stuff. Keep in mind, if you need like different colored laces, sole plates, frames, we can make that happen for no additional charge. You just have to call us up and place your order over the phone. As well as, if you have any questions about the skates, anything at all, you feel free to give us a call. Toll-free number is 1-800-772-2502. And I'm in the shop Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So yeah, that's the new Razor Yuri Botello 2 skate. Definitely, personally, best looking SL skate that came out with quite some time. Real big fan of them. Yeah, get out them while you can. Now in stock at Roller Warehouse. Until next time, dudes. Peace.